Good morning. Um, Quick word of advice. Avoid this guy at all expense. Um, since the news broke that his ex-girlfriend of many years got tired of the, now this is YouTube, so I have to use the word DV, domestic. She finally got tired of it. I said after years of abuse, physical, mental, financial, she finally went to the cops and with the evidence of with evidence. Anyhow, with all that breaking, people have done what people do, and I've watched a lot of it too. Uh, his background. They suddenly, we've got, JLR investigates, and he's the guy, boots on the ground guy, and he's doing all the true crime stuff. And, again, like I said, I give him credit for traveling all across the United States to cover whatever case. And I did say in the last video that I thought his personality was off, and somebody I would not be friends with. This guy's mental. I mean, seriously, he needs mental health. He really needs to go somewhere where he can be observed constantly. Maybe you get what I mean. He really should not be out in public. Not yet, anyhow. Not as far as I'm aware of. Not as far as I know. Now, I'm not a shrink, so But he spent close to 10. He was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for identity theft and mail fraud. Nice. Which is why he's a felon, and which is why he's not allowed to carry a firearm, which apparently he does. So apparently he doesn't care about that. Not only was he in a federal institution, he was in a federal mental institution. They kind of put him in the nut bin pretty early on. So they caught on to things before a lot of YouTubers and a lot of us. Like I said, I said, well, yeah, I was a fan of the AI. But and I thought it was a little weird and creepy. And now it turns out, man, I was right, and a lot of us are right too. Well, a lot of us have had our eyes opened on just how big of a nut job this guy is. So, case in point, there's a wonderful, wonderful photo of him. There he is on the effing toilet, naked, with a chicken in his hand, and and there's a lot of other pictures. There's a lot of other videos. One of the popular ones is he claimed, well, he's supposed to have like about 3,000 to 4,000 lawsuits he's filed. Then he claimed he had the Guinness World Record for the most amount of lawsuits filed. And then Guinness said, no, you don't. And we don't even track that. So, of course, he turned around and sued Guinness. He's sued pretty much everybody in history, including Nostradamus. Many NFL personalities, quarterbacks. One quarterback that got kind of famous for something with dogs. He claims that fellow sold his dog for dog fighting. I severely doubt that. He is he definitely want to talk about a grifter. I wouldn't say a grifter. He's a scammer. Big time nut job scanner. Makes a hell of a lot of money. I kind of looked into that, and I was impressed with the number of how much money he makes. And well, that's the American way. More power to you. But this is a roaming mental time bomb that can go off at any time, any second. This guy can lose it. And I don't know what medications he's on, if any. In some of this guy's previous videos, he said he loved Nazis and Hitler, and that he would be more than happy to perform oral on any and all Nazis. Okay. He then claimed he was a Muslim and he was voting and was Muslims for Hillary Clinton. He then turned around and said when he was in prison, he was in danger because of a video game. I forget the name of the video game, but that would encourage the inmates to come after him, beat him up, and steal his Christian cross. Christian, Muslim. Okay. He early on, when he got out of prison early, apparently, he also faked going to the Bahamas for a hurricane storm, when in reality he was in his backyard, pretending he was in the Bahamas and warning everybody what a threat it is and be careful and etc. Nice. He's had many stalker allegations, and I'm not talking about being an investigator type stalking. We're talking stalking, as in a stalker, not doing investigations for video, not for his show. Being a creep, being a stalker. And he's had a restraining order put out against him on that. A previous girlfriend. There's certain things I just don't believe in he's reporting. The fact that he's had 2 girlfriends, I don't believe. But a previous girlfriend said that when he's on camera, you get one person. You get one JLR. As soon as the camera's off, you get another one. And she says she said he's actually the devil. His behavior changes incredibly to being possessive, insecure, violent, nut job, unstable. So again, I wouldn't get within 15, 20 feet of this dude. He also, oh my God. He also had a picture of serial killer on his pillow, on his bed. And he says that he pretends that he's sleeping with the serial killer. And he would sleep with serial killers. And, again, perform certain acts with them, for them, to them. Just talking about this guy and some of his videos and allegations makes me feel dirty. He also, oh yeah, can't forget about that. He also claimed he was wanted by ISIS, that they knew of him and were coming after him, so he had to have protection from ISIS. I guess that was back when he was a Muslim. He has allegedly trained other people in personality theft. Personality theft. Oh, that's totally true too. ID theft. And has a video of him teaching someone how to do it. How this guy is still out on the streets, I don't know. He has so many violations of being, I assume he has so many violations of his previous status. Maybe he doesn't. Except for, carrying a firearm. And he probably tries to vote, too. Well, obviously he tried to vote. He was a Muslim for Hillary Clinton. Like I said, man, this guy. I'm not going to go any further. I can't go any further. This is getting longer than I wanted to do anyhow. Nut job. Severe nut job. Avoid this guy. There are pictures I did not even want to post from his videos, and pictures that I found online, and pictures other people found online that I saw. They're not going here. These are the three I went with, and that's as far as I wanted to go with them. Avoid at all costs. Avoid this man. Women definitely avoid him, which is surprising that they. Again, that he's even had two girlfriends surprises me, and that she also accused one of them recently accused him of having being unfaithful to him with another woman. So is that two or three? I'm in shock there, really in shock there. But apparently he does not like women much, even though I'm not talking personality or health wise, mental health wise. He's got something against them. Even though he seeks out relationships and has been in relationships, he seems to be, I guess, a Jekyll and Hyde, and probably has one personality to get women attracted to him, and then once they're in his grasp, shall we say, you get to see the other and probably more true side of JLR, allegedly. And of course, this channel and this video and what everyone I do is my opinion. That's it. I'm not claiming anything legal. I may, wonder. I may state something that I have confusion on. But I'm not confused here. People, if you're out doing true crime or in a grocery store, he comes walking in or he comes standing by, he wants to talk, run. Women, run. But he likes to abuse women because of, that's how small of a man he is. I haven't seen any record of him getting in a fight or abusing males. He has a history of abusing females, which again shows, what a little piece of crap he is. So that's it. Avoid at all costs this man. He is mentally unstable, in my opinion, and I am not a medical professional. My personal opinion. He should be investigated. Investigate JLR. He should go to jail. He should have to have, mental competency testing, in my opinion. And he should not be out on the street, in my opinion. And frankly, get the camera away from him. Because apparently that triggers one of his personas or one of his, I'll go with personas, IDs, personalities. Personalities is what I was looking for. Or maybe keep him on camera. Who knows? Well, everyone said as soon as the camera goes off, he turns into an asshole. A violent, I don't know if she's a devil. But anyhow, again, this is, sorry, way too long. Avoid. I should put in a flashing avoid at all costs. Avoid. Red alert. This guy can be, in my opinion, dangerous. Again, I think he's a walking time bomb who can go off at any time, and Lord knows what that will be. So, true crimers and people who have done true crime, stay away from him. Not a warning that he's going to come get you. It's a warning. Well, I mean, not that he's going to come film you. He may be more dangerous than the people he investigates. And I'll leave it at that. Take care out there, people. Take care. God bless.